Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Cam's Retro Gaming. So, this is sort of a time of reflection for me as I turn another year older. I'm going to be 42 next week. So, what does that mean? Well, it means I guess, technically I'm still in my early 40s, but I'm creeping up to my mid 40s pretty quickly. It's kind of amazing how fast 42 came from 40. I mean, I feel like it took a while to get to 40, but now that I'm in my 40s, it's breezing by. So this video is kind of like, what is gaming now that I'm in my 40s, and how has it changed from before? Well, the main difference is I value my time a lot more, I would say, now that I'm in my 40s than I ever did. Turning 40 was actually a really good time for me as far as kind of gaining some clarity on life and what I want to get out of life and what I want to do with the time I have, because you kind of realize, you're not immortal and you have a finite amount of time on the earth. So whereas before I was doing a lot of collecting, probably not as much gaming as collecting, because I just love the hunt, and I love finding games, finding about new games and then finding them for a good deal or trying to find them. And that was a big part of kind of pre-COVID and post-COVID, because I'd sold some collections several collections. Like I said, my Genesis collection, I'd pretty much sold everything. And I had a very small collection because I just got rid of most everything. Not everything, but I had a select group of games for stuff I really liked. But I sort of, I had some regrets about that, and I wanted to build my collection back up, not with filler, but the stuff I wanted to play or stuff that I thought I wanted to play. So I did that, and I spent a lot of time getting all the games I wanted to get for most of the consoles. So now it's just about gaming, and I love both sides of the hobby, but now I've been gaming a lot more. So a lot more gaming than collecting. Collecting's maybe like a couple hours a week. Going to a local sort of media store, and the rest of the week is gaming. Maybe not every day, but if I did, maybe 30 to 45 minutes a day, maybe an hour at the most. So I've been playing a lot of handhelds, mostly 3DS lately. Before that, it was my Analog Pocket and mostly Game Boy Advance games, but I've kind of completed a lot of the Game Boy Advance games I wanted to finish. So it's been the 3DS and the DS, and it's just easier for me, to be kind of like about to go to bed and got my 3DS or my handheld console, and that's sort of where I'm at now. I was playing a lot of Fallout 4, which I didn't think I liked, but I've kind of really got into it once I realized it was very similar to Skyrim as far as some mechanics and that kind of thing. So now I'm just really enjoying, like, completing some of these series, like Castlevania. I finished all the DS and the advanced Castlevanias. I finished the Metroids on the advance, and I've been kind of finishing some of the Zeldas, more of the 2D overhead view Zelda stuff, post NES era. So I'm not sure what's next. But I do have one of those PlayStation ones with the screens on them, so maybe I'll get into that. I can kind of use that as like a faux portable PlayStation. But anyway, I was just kind of wanted to kind of ramble on a little bit about being in my 40s and gaming and what that's like. It's like I said, it's just a lot more gaming and a lot less collecting, and just trying to enjoy the time I have and make good use of it. And I kind of realized, man, I'm not going to have time to play all these games. So it's good to have games that are not super long, not like 40-hour RPGs, at least for me, or I like kind of shorter experiences, like maybe some shooters like on Genesis, some platformers, stuff like that you're not necessarily going to beat unless you really put time into it. They're kind of fun for short spurts. So anyway, love to hear from you guys. what is gaming like for you now, and how old are you? And not to get too age obsessed, but I'd be curious to see what your habits are at this whatever stage of life you're at. So, as always, thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the comments. It's been fun doing this, and love to hear from you, obviously. And I'll see you guys soon.